Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So let's take a review of the recently concluded Australia tour of Sri Lanka for the 3-match T20I series. So the first match was played at the Colombo R. Premdasa Stadium and Sri Lanka was skittled out for just 128 runs courtesy of Josh Hazlewood's brilliant bowling. He took 4 wickets and Mitchell Starc equally contributed with 3 wickets for Australia. Sri Lankan batsmen, they could not capitalize on the starts. Nissanka, Gunathilaka, Asalanka all gave starts, but they could not go on and score a significant score. And Wanindu Hasaranga, he gave some late finishes, but eventually Sri Lanka folded for just 128 runs. And chasing a modest total, the Australian openers Aaron Finch and David Warner made it look so easy that they finished this target with 6 overs to spare. And eventually, Australia finished this game by 10 wickets. Aaron Finch scoring 60 odd runs and David Warner scoring a brilliant 70 odd runs. And so the man of the match was none other than Josh Hazlewood for his brilliant spell of 4 overs, 16 runs and 4 wickets. So now coming to the second T20I of the series. Sri Lanka again batted first and they could manage only 124 runs in their quota of 20 overs. The batters Kushal Mendis, then Gunathilaka, Asalanka all gave starts, but they could not go on and score a significant total for the Sri Lankan team. Australian bowlers who really bowled well, Kane Richardson took 4 wickets, Jai Richardson took 3 wickets, and then Glenn Maxwell, who opened the bowling for Australia, also chipped in with 2 wickets. So chasing a modest total of just 125 runs, the Australian openers David Warner and Aaron Finch got off to a flyer. They scored 63 runs in the power play and everyone was thinking that the match would be done and dusted within 15 overs itself. But then the wrecker-in-chief Wanindu Hasaranga, he had some other plans and he applied brakes on the Australian batsmen. He took 4 wickets, the Australian batsmen, and that broke the backbone of the run chase. So after that, at one point of time, Australia was struggling at 99 for 7, but then Matthew Wade, he kept his calm and scored 26 runs to see Australia cross the finish line. So eventually, Australia won the second T20I International by just 3 wickets and 13 balls to spare. And man of the match, Matthew Wade, for helping the Australian team cross the finish line. So now coming to the final and the third T20I between Australia and Sri Lanka. So this time Australia batted first and they scored a brilliant total of 176 runs in their 20 overs. David Warner, Aaron Finch, Steve Smith, Marcus Stoinis all contributed really well to the team's total of 176 runs. So chasing a total of 177 runs, the Sri Lankan openers needed to get off to a great start, but then they started really cautiously and in the process they lost a lot of wickets. They never really kept check with the required run rate and it kept on climbing over after over. So at one point of time, things were looking really bleak for Sri Lanka and they required 59 runs of just 18 deliveries. I mean, that looked a really impossible task for the Lankan Lions. But then their skipper, Dashun Shanaka, he had some other plans and he scored brilliant innings of 25 ball, 54 runs with 5 fours and 4 sixes. I mean, it was a brilliant run chase for the Sri Lankan team and they brought the smiles back to the Sri Lankan nation when they were in a crisis in the whole country. And so with this, Sri Lanka got a consolation victory in the third T20I International, and Shanaka was declared the man of the match for the third T20I. And Aaron Finch was declared the man of the series for this Australia versus Sri Lanka T20I series. And so with this series victory, Australia have ticked almost all the boxes for defending their championship later this year on their home ground. So we will find out like what happens in the T20I World Cup, which will take place in October, November later this year. So that's it from this series, and we will catch up all the upcoming T20I series which will lead to the T20 World Cup in Australia later this year. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching.